This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, very good morning and good evening, everyone. Welcome back. So last session we were discussing about the ELK part, right? So we are just going to continue that now. And as I mentioned, so we are actually going to set up the components of each and every component through Ansible manually for now, and we'll ensure that so our logging is working as expected, and then we'll move on to the whole project actually. Okay, so we'll take the manual servers and we'll proceed for now. No, where is it? IntelliJ. Okay, let's go to Ansible. Yeah. Yeah, I think we already made some launch instance.sh script. Okay, so you can launch one instance basically one by one, right? So yeah, we can start with there basically. All right, so here what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go for the roles, and first what I wanted to do is we'll start with front end. Okay, so we'll start with front end and we'll proceed from there. So here the front end is actually going to be is in the roles, I'm going to make a new directory, so which I'm going to call it as filebeat. Okay, inside that new directory, which is task, and inside that it is going to be main.yml. All right, so here the name is actually going to be is no print, right? So install filebeat. So it's going to be yum package, and the name is actually going to be is the URL. What is that? Elastic.co. Products, and so then view all products you can go for, and then you can go to download elastic products down, and then you go to the down beats and then filebeat. Okay, so here RPM 64-bit is there, so copy link address, and then this one, and the state is present. Okay, so you just install this particular package. All right, and after that, so you need to update the configuration. So name update file read configuration. Okay, so it's actually going to be a template, and so the name is actually template src. Src is actually going to be is file beat.yml.j2. Okay, and destination is actually going to be is /etc/filebeat/filebeat.yml. You can do that. Okay, and new directory, and I'll go for And also one more thing before to that. So start FileBit service or restart basically. So restart FileBit service, and it's actually going to be is systemd, and the name is FileBit, and the state is restarted. Okay, all right, and so this is the one, and so the next thing is new file beat.yml.j2. So .j2, there is some installing some suggested plugins are there. I can just go and give what is this plugin. This is a paid plugin, by the way. It's not free. Orchid language for Ansible Orchid documentation. If you click on OK, it will ask you updated is disabled. Like to enable the updated plugin. Actually, this involves cost. That's the reason I never enabled it. You see this? It's asking for the license. Okay, so let's disable this. I know that will happen. And I thought of buying it also, but it is too costly. Ignore extension. Fine, that's okay. We can understand. So in this FileBit.yml.j2, so yesterday we tried to make or we copied the configuration, right? So we'll just bring that configuration. So here wiki FileBit, and here is the configuration which we had yesterday. Okay, so I don't want all. I don't want all these lines. So remove that. Type log, and enabled is true. We are giving, and the path actually is going to be is a /var log in JNX /access.log. So the log file which we want to keep it. And so here actually the JSON keys are wrong. So this is not a JSON file. Or if you want to put it in a JSON file also, you can ask Nginx to keep it in a JSON file. So that additional configuration you can do. But for now, so I don't want it. So even I don't want this, even I don't want this, even. So this is FileBit modules. Okay, so that I don't want to touch, and this I don't want as well. Okay, for now, that's okay. Just for time being, let it be there, and this much. And this is nothing you don't require here. These are all comments. I just trying to delete them. Why to unnecessarily copy the comments? So here also not there, and here also it's not there. Okay, so we don't require logs or log stash output. We might need it. Let it keep there now. And the processors. So we don't want this login. We don't want this expac. So like everything is fine. Okay, this is the default configuration which we want. We don't want. We can go with that. And now here, so here, what is the processors is? It collects additional information. Like let's say it adds some cloud metadata, Okay, so it adds some cloud metadata and adds some host data. Okay, so this information it adds additionally to the logs. That also I do want it. Right? So this is output elastic. This is output of Elasticsearch. This is output of Logstash. All right, and yeah, I'm fine with this. So this is what is the configuration which you are having it. All right. Now this works for which one? This works for Nginx. Okay, so that means the component is front end. So now I had to keep the paths in such a way that so it has to work based on the application. So that means my conditions comes into picture. So previously the template whatever you are giving. So this is the IP address, right? So this is the IP address basically, and this is the IP address of elastic elastic elasticsearch underscore elasticsearch underscore IP, like let's say I'm giving it. Okay, so I'm going to take this. So probably I will just put it in a variable, so just to parameterize it, or we can hard code it also, no issues. But yeah, just to bit parameterize it. So I can go for las, and inside that file main.yml file. Okay. So Logstash also is on the same server. So I will just using it. Okay, now here. So earlier we have already seen the template. It just replaces this particular variables and it keeps out there. Okay, so for now this is fine. And now another thing is I will go to my front end. I'll come to the task. And I'll say that the same way how I installed Prometheus, I will install FileBit role and then FileBit. Okay, let's see how it goes. So I have a workstation here. CD RoboShop project. So and sh launch instances.sh, and I would like to go with front. No. So launch instances.sh script. What is the first argument? Has to be launcher. Okay. Launch front end. So it just creates one spot instance and gets it. Okay, so you can say routes also. Mm, so it updated the route. I mean, I think front end route is not needed. That's okay. And also now the such make inventory. This is a long back we made this particular script at the starting of Ansible just to create the servers, right? So yeah, I'm just doing the same thing now. Now you require history, PAT. I'm not sure the PAT is there. Okay, so let me grab the PAT. PAT from where we have it from secret manager. So this is the PAT. Now Ansible hyphen playbook and hyphen I are cat inventory. Yeah. So Ansible hyphen playbook hyphen I inventory hyphen I inventory hyphen E PAD is equal to this one, which is okay. We need to give something called as front end hyphen tag front end. Even hyphen E component is also front end we have to give. That's okay. For now, let it go through. It's going through. So something is failing. Of course, the app artifact version is undefined. So the app artifact version I'm supposed to give, right? Hyphen E app artifact version is equal to, I can give star also. I think it should work. I'm just thinking, let's see. Star will pull the latest version. Yeah. So now at least it went through. So now other couple of other things. So hyphen e env is equal to dev, and a hyphen e component is equal to front end, and hyphen t front end. And also I just would like to see that, we try to create a DNS record. So what is that DNS record is actually trying to do? Actually trying to create, what is the domain it's actually trying to create? So it actually creates a route, and actually it's taking some record.json file. It's actually taking hyphen dev only. All right. So I think hyphen dev works here. So hyphen e environment dev works here. So because it's actually going to put that. All right. Okay, cool. So now you got the Firebase file bit configuration, and it actually started sending it. All right. So let me go to the other node. So which it is okay. So cd tail hyphen f cat slash etc file bit, and then file bit dot yml. Now actually you actually replace this, and the index is actually going as catalog. So we need to update that particular thing. So I will just say that it is, and in fact actually I should be sending the I should be sending this particular one to I'll be sending this particular one to, not to the Elasticsearch. I should be sending it to Logstash. Why? Because so this is not a JSON log. If it is only JSON, then send it to here. If it is non-JSON, that means structured logging, it goes to Elasticsearch. Non-structured logging, it should go to Logstash. So I need to deal with this. Okay, so first of all, I need to deal with the conditions. Okay, conditions in Jinja 2. Conditions in Jinja 2. So conditions in Jinja 2. So how does it work? So we just need to look in there. So look into the statements, and in the statements you're having, yeah, you see this? This is how you can make the Jinja 2 templating basically, right? Now we're just going to make accordingly. So probably, so you can search for equal to equal to. So the comparison operator which you have is equal to equal to. All right. So that means what I'm going to do here is I just would like to start with something like this. So here, if I go here and path the file actually also will be picked based on the component. If that particular component is actually equal to if the component is actually equal to catalog, do something. If the component is actually equal to something, then you do something. Okay. And so the first thing what I'm going to do is, so here how I'm going to get is here I am actually trying to put this one, right? So in flower braces, if you go it up, you see the if actually, so any condition basically is coming with flower braces percentile and flower braces percentile. Okay, and percentile. So this is how you start with. And so inside this, you're going to give the condition, and you're actually ending here. So you can just give end if. Okay. So now if, oh, what is the one? So which basically is a component is equal to component is a variable, right? So I can just directly give like this way. If component is equal to what? If component is equal to front end, so then just put this particular one. Okay. Now again here, and if component is equal to okay, so if component is equal to front end, so then so you just change this and keep it the output Elasticsearch. Okay, logstash again, you do this, and if component is equal to front end, send it to logstash, and so if component is equal to this, if component is equal to front end, component is equal to, like, let's say catalog, okay, something like this. So then you can go and say that it is just I'm trying to make it for now. Just do this. Okay. So this is what I'm making, and actually, if it is equal to, I mean, these 4 values also should be coming up if it is actually equal to this. Okay. And I'm going to say that component. Okay. So component. All right. So this is what I want to make it. Okay. So now I want to update my configuration. Let's see how the configuration is going to come up. Okay, cool. So, update file with configuration is still same. It's saying okay. How come? I didn't pull the git pull. Okay, so update file bit. Now you got the file bit configuration. So stating this is the one, this is the one. Okay, because it is front end. All right, which is fine. So let's remove all these comment. That's okay. Let it be there. All right. So now you got it right. This is how it is. So the next thing is okay. So your Nginx actually your log is actually coming as varlog Nginx, right? And so this should ship something basically. So what it is supposed to ship here is what it is supposed to ship here is some additional information. So now I'm going to go to the logstash. I will go to the logstash. Where's my logstash box? This is my logstash box. So let me go to the logstash and make the configuration for this one, sudo su hyphen and cd/etc log stash and then conf.d ls. So yesterday we made sample.conf file, sample.conf file. So mv sample.conf file to, like, let's say roboshop.conf file. Okay, vam roboshop.conf file. It actually listens here. And now yesterday you made the expression for which one? You made the expression for varlog messages. Okay, but now I want to go with the message made for we want to make the message or this expression made for Nginx. And I want to update the Nginx. Now, is the only component that Nginx is actually going to get into Logstash? No, the shipping will come. The shipping will come, and then the next one is the shipping will come, and as well as the next one is what is that? Payment also comes through Logstash, because all these three components are unstructured logging, whereas the other Node.js services are structured logging. Okay, now how do I handle this now? So that means I have to tell to the Logstash that, hey, I'm getting the log for this one. I'm getting the log for front end. I'm getting the log for shipping. I need to kind of segregate it. Okay, how do you do that? Is you can do that with the help of some fields. Okay, in the file bit overview, so usually you would have seen some field section. Yeah, so you can add some fields basically. Okay, so what is this fields is telling? So fields tell is this app is this app is component. Okay. All right, so just let me, just for time being, just save this and go here. Okay, it's done. So now if I go and give cat this one filebit.yml file, so you got some additional fields here. App is front end. Okay. Now what I'm going to do here is I will just go here and say, so vim roboshop.conf file. So here also I want to put some conditions. And what is these conditions? Logstash if condition. Okay, so Logstash if condition, what I'm going to say here is so if else in Logstash as well. So this is how you can do that. Okay, so if action is equal to login, something is given. All right, now what actually I'm going to do here is if action, not action, right? So what actually we made it there, we made it fields of app is equal to front end. Fields of app is equal to front end. So then do this. Okay, makes sense? There you're adding some tagging, and based on the tagging, the Logstash can catch that particular tags, and based on that we can put actually things here. And now here what I actually am telling is I need to build the expression for my front end. Okay, so where is my front end? Here is my front end. All right. So if I go to here, if I go to front end, go here, this one, enter. You're getting connection refused. So is the Nginx is not started? Yeah. So systemctl start Nginx. Actually failing because there is some configuration. So rm-f rm-f of slash etc nginx the default.d and then roboshot.conf file and the systemctl restart Nginx. It will start now. Now if I go to the browser and try to refresh, I should be seeing some RoboShop content. Okay, so this is what I got it, all right. And the next thing, so now I got is cat slash var log nginx and then access.log file. So now you see this is the log file you're getting, okay, and this is the log format. Okay, so now we had to make expression out of this. So also cat slash etc nginx and then nginx.conf file. If you take a configuration, so this is the log file format you're getting. Okay, so you're getting the remote address, first one, the remote address, and the next one, the remote user. The remote user is nothing, and the next one is so time, local time. Okay, and what is the next one is the request. What is the request? You got it. And after that, so what is the okay, so here is the user request. So this is the request. And after that, what you got is status. This is the status. And after that, you got the body byte sent, how much bytes it sent. Okay. And HTTP reference. So what is the URL which got the reference? And after that, so what is the user agent? And this is the user agent. All these are user agent. And after that, so what you got it is X forwarded file. So is there any headers which are forwarded? So you're getting that particular one. Okay, so this is the information. So along with this, we can add bit more information as well. What is a bit more information I want to add here is I would like some response time. So let's say I'm actually talking to the user service. How much time this user service actually took the time to get the response? I want that particular response time. Okay, so response time in Nginx, access logs. You can do that. So we have to customize it because I am actually doing this because I need them now. Okay, so until then there is no need, but now I have the need of this. Okay, so you can see this request time and upstream response time. So whereas the request time shows that Nginx dealt with the request, the total time, whereas the upstream response time gives us the time it looks for the upstream server. Okay, in that case, this one. Okay, so pipe shows P is the request was piped actually. I'm not sure on this, but it shows P in case the request was piped. I think it's not read and it's not need necessarily. Okay, so I can just take this much and go to the Nginx. Yeah, here. Restart Nginx and then tail -f / var log Nginx and then access.log. Okay, so now I go back to the browser once again, try to refresh. You get it. So now you're getting the timings here. Okay. This pipe is not needed. We'll remove that. Okay, so this is what you're getting. All right. So these are all errors. So that's the reason actually the other timing is not coming up. Is the upstream response time is correct? Need to find it out. Seems to be. So the request time and upstream response time, upstream commit time, upstream header time. So a lot of upstreams are there. All right, so that is fine. So, but you need to get this upstream response time basically. Okay, like this. But if you get hyphen is a problem. If you get a hyphen, okay, so then is a problem basically. Okay, all right. So let's handle it. So this is the so format you're going to get. Now I'll just go here and look for so grok debug.heroku.app.com. So this is the log line. I'll keep it there, and I just need to make the format out of that. So the first one is an IP address. Okay, so IPv4. So you got an IP address, and what is this address basically? So remote address. Remote address. Okay, so remote address. And what is the next one, which is and the next one is a remote user. So you're getting you're printing hyphen and then remote user. Do we necessarily need to print the hyphen? Need it. Or if the hyphen is already coming up, one hyphen is already coming up, so I can just give hyphen and then so what I have to do is I have to use the user. Okay, so how do I make the user? Okay, I think so. Here, what you are going to expect here is, so probably something like a word matches. Taking double equals also. Is it correct or fail? Yeah. And then probably over here, so I'm going to make so there are in two square brackets you're getting that you're getting the time basically, right? So in two square brackets you're getting the time. All right, so that particular one I am going to deal with these. The hell? So this is having some problem. This is not showing as expected. Yeah, and remote address, which is fine. And after that, it is actually hyphen hyphen, and you give the two square brackets. Those square brackets should be escape basically, and inside that you're actually going to have some timestamp. Okay, so that particular timestamp you can find it out. Is there any kind of so expression which is available? I think which is available. So it's actually coming in a HTTP timestamp format. Okay, you can give HTTP date. Okay, since I know that I am giving it. Okay, necessarily you can so look for the patterns and you can make it. Okay, you can look for patterns and you can do that. Okay, all right. So you got this, and after this, what you're actually logging having the log. So this come this much, and after that, so you're having the space, and inside you're actually having some string which is quoted basically, right? Or you're having so two things. So one is this one, and so it actually having three pieces. Okay, so what are those three pieces, and how do you deal with those particular three pieces? Okay, and here you actually first one is actually a word. Okay, so that means you just go for double quotes and you escape them since it is a double quote, and you just go and give percentile word, and then followed with percentile. So it's actually URI path, URI path param, something is there. I will come back to that. And then so you are having some kind of so a word followed with some version again, or again this something. No, it's not working. Ooh. So word, you got it, and this word actually I can mark it as HTTP underscore method. Okay, method is get, and after that, so you're actually going to give URI path, URI path. I mean, you can give. Okay, URI path param is basically this one. All right. So, and you can call that as HTTP underscore URL. So that's the URL which came out. Okay. And after that, so you're actually having another, if I give percentile, it's coming, no. So it's actually not your word. Word word forward slash, and you're having some kind of a number there. Number there. Percentile, not dollar. Okay. So this came at least. Is also good, but still I prefer this. All right. And so here is what you got it, all right, until here, and you can go for the pattern. So this, if you read this pattern, so which I was using something like the patterns, if you go for there, so URI subpath param, so this is what I have used. All right, fine. The next one is you got until here, you got this. Now what is this word and number is necessarily not needed, so you can ignore that. Okay, or can you ignore that from Nginx level? So, time local request, yeah, no, request is having that information. All right, fine. This is okay. And the next one is response code, so which is actually is basically a number, right? So basically it's a number, and so it's actually going to be response underscore code, response code. Again, the next one is also a number, so which is a number, and this number is response underscore bytes. Okay, so how much bytes actually you got it. Now this is again getting crashed. All right, it's very slow today. So response is this one. Actually, it's response underscore code. Somehow it is crying today. Okay, I'll go here only. No, it's okay. So now you can see this response bytes is this one, response code is this one. All right, I'm giving my own tags, actually own values. Then followed with what? So then followed with the actual, the whole request, right? So which you are actually calling it as HTTP referrer. Okay, so then what you're going to have here is so inside this colon you can go for a quoted string. So quoted string, basically quoted string is taken the complete whole thing, and so the whole thing is actually you're going to call it as HTTP referrer. Okay, fine. HTTP referrer, you got it. After HTTP referrer, so again you got a quoted string. So this is the user agent string, and this is user agent. So user agent, this guy. Okay, and after user agent you have a hyphen, and this one. What is the last hyphen in user after user agent? Any kind of headers basically. Okay, so the next one is also quoted string. Basically it's a HTTP headers. Okay, forward headers. Okay, followed with a number, so which is request response time. So request response time is this one. Okay, but actually it is getting into quotes, so that means it actually considering this as a string. So this 404, it's considering as a string. No, this is not string. I want to exclusively say that this is not a string, this is actually an integer. Okay, so you can tell the data type also here. So now if I give that, actually request response time that gone away are still coming in quotes. No, it should not wait. Integer, or even the response bytes also an integer. I'm not sure why here response bytes the quotes is gone away. But actually this is not integer. I think it is a float value, right? It's a float. That's the reason. It's actually not integer. It's actually QAT. It's actually a float type. So that's where it actually got some 0. Request response time, you got it is 0, but where is my remaining value? Okay, response. It's actually an integer. Oh, integer should work, I think. Interesting. bytes response code. If I give int, so here also it's going away, but somehow this request response time is not going away. So might be it's showing this way. I'm not sure, really, I'm not sure, but actually it should work. When it actually goes to our side, it might work. Let's see. So all these are coming as numbers, which is fine. It is coming or loading. Okay, it's loading at least. Okay, so in that case, it's fine. It's grouping basically with this one. Or if you don't want to group, if you keep singles, so then you will see, no, it's still coming that way. Name captures, you got only this much. Okay, so I think this fine, so it should work. Let's see if it didn't work, it's just okay. So the last one is actually, is something like this. This is the whole log actually. It should match up with any log line you take it off the Nginx access log. It should work. Okay, so you take this line also. It should be still same. So here, you give here, it should work. But something is breaking here. Oh, sorry. You should put it here. It should work. And also, so it's something you can do. So call localhost. So something like that will come. You call localhost, and you got some response. Now, if you just give a tail -f Nginx log, so you got this response, and you got a very different response, so which is a very small response. And for this also it should work, but it is breaking. Where it is breaking, we need to find it out. Okay, so I think it might be breaking in the very first place of IPv4 address. No, yeah. So it can be IPv4 address, or it can be IPv6 address also. Okay, so that's what is the thing we have to make it. Okay, so how do I do that? I have to make it. I have to make it for IPv6 or IPv4. So here we get both the chances. Either you get IPv6 or IPv4. So that's where you can go ahead and say that, so you are expected to get either IPv6 or IPv4. And how do you say that is? You can simply do something. You have to go with these braces, and you can say pipe symbol. So you can just say percentile IPv6. Okay, so now it has taken. IPv4 is null. Actually, it's taken this, and colon remote. Then remote. I have to give individually only. Colon remote. Address, remote address, and the rest of the thing I just pasted. Then it breaks again or works. So remote address and the rest of the log is working fine. Okay, so that's the thing which are having a problem. All right. So now I'm going to take this. This line also it is working fine. All right. So we take this particular line and you go to the log stash. and we say this. If there is any double quotes in between, so we have to carefully ignore them. I don't think so. We have some double quotes inside anywhere. Yeah, we have it here. So logstash is a very painful work, but we have to go back. Yes. Okay. So systemctl restart 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 slash f/var logstash and then logstash hyphen line.log. We need to wait for the logstash to come up. It just shut down, and after that, it again it will come up. So while coming up, we should not see any kind of errors. Oh, it's taking a long time. So date and tail hyphen f slash var log var logstash and logstash hyphen 31450 314. Okay, I'm still not convinced. Let me open another session to the same server. Yeah, now it is actually coming out the output. All right, cool. So here successfully started, which is fine. And so that means actually, if you take a look here, so VM/etc logstash and then conf.d and then roboshop.conf file. So here it is actually sending the index to so this one. Rather than this, I would say that it actually, let's go to fields of app. Okay, so fields of app is like whatever the app is coming from the logstash, it will come. Whatever is coming from the file bit, actually it comes with fields of app, and hyphen, you need to add some timestamp. Okay, so how do you add some timestamp is here is a timestamp. You can add this in this format. Okay. So this works. All right. So this is what you have the okay, we'll give the component name only. The component name is front end logs should go to front end. That information I'm adding it there. Yeah, done. So the next thing is we should go to the Elasticsearch and see those logs, see those indexes. First, let's go to the stack management and we'll see the list of indexes, whatever we got it. So we didn't got any log actually. Let me delete indices, delete them, refresh. So first let's start from here. So first start from front end. So systemctl restart file b and tail hyphen m log messages. Okay. So first of all, if you see the file bit is not getting started. So vim/etc file bit and then file bit.yml file. So where is the problem which you are seeing it? So it's actually telling some hyphen mistake somewhere. Where is that hyphen? Okay, so error loading config file, line number 7. Okay, so set a new. And so line number 7 is having some problem. It's all good only. Did not expected a hyphen indicator in line number 7. Let me remove this comment also. Still same. Okay, something strange. Let me. File bit inputs is missing. In file bit inputs, you have to give that. So heading is missing first of all. Yes. Yeah. So you restarted Nginx, so it started connecting. So connection established, which is fine. And so since I'll just go and try to refresh this, I got some logs. So it should identify that log line is having, yeah, that log is actually having some logs. It started shipping them. It's already configured paths. It's already taken it. All right. So now I'm expecting to see some indexes here. So reload indices. So I'm seeing the front end log. Now this is not done, but basically I go to the index pattern and I'll see the patterns whether I'm getting it or not. Okay. So create index pattern. So I would say this is front and okay, and put some timestamp. Create index patterns. All right, you're going to get everything here. Okay, all your labels you can see them. And yeah, so the quite important thing is I am looking for the request response time. If I go for request response time, it's actually telling it's a number. Response code is a number. Response bytes is a number. Okay, it's all numbers. So this is a quite important thing because I'm going to put some dashboards, and the data type is a quite important factor. So one service you're done at least. Okay, so you're able to get the logs of one service. All right, now let's go to the next service, which is let's go to the next to some service. Which is this sh launch instance dot access unch and then MongoDB. For MongoDB, I don't really require any kind of logging. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Yes, MongoDB. It might be not MongoDB, just Mongo. It's MongoDB only. Why cat back inventory doesn't work? Actually looking for Mongo. Okay. Mhm. And I think Mongo, I can go it later. I just need a logging. I just need logs only, right? So if I just need logs, I can start with catalog directly. You get the JSON logs. Okay. So now I will just say launch catalog. Catalog. So today we'll just see that, so just run it. I mean, just see the filebit.yml file. Anyhow, it will not work as expected. Why? Because there is some enhancements in the template of the filebit.yml file. So we'll just enhance that particular enhancements tomorrow and we'll continue there. But yeah, let's see what actually. The enhancements are here are, I mean, other than this one. So any other component, so will come like this. Okay, so actually any other component as else, and over here it's actually going to be like this one, and actually going to be var log, and it's actually going to be the component.log. So var log component.log. Only Nginx is var log Nginx access.log, and the other every component is coming as var log component.log. So this much I have to make the changes. Okay, so let's push these particular changes and let's pull this and run once again, and then we'll log in to that box. Okay, and even in fact, I have to import the file bit, so which I have not done, which is like, let's say front-end main.yml file. So you have to import the file bit role, so that part also is not done. and it's actually common task node.js.yml file, and even catalog main.yml. So you included the Prometheus role, and then you include the file bit. So this is not there. Okay, and so here cat slash etc file bit dot YAML file. So now actually the log is var catalog log, and here it is actually catalog star, and it actually going to be catalog, and you're directly sending it to Elasticsearch. You're directly sending it to Elasticsearch, and if you come to the Elasticsearch and try to refresh, you should see the Elastic log here. If you're not getting, so we need to find it out what is wrong. Okay, so tail hyphen f var log messages. Okay, so and ls hyphen log slash var log catalog. Okay, catalog.log is not happening. Why? Because yesterday you remember we were actually trying to do some what we call system D not system D, or syslog configuration. You remember yesterday I added some configuration, so that also has to be a part of that. So now if I just go to here and here or syslog, so this configuration also should be done as a part of some file bit. If a file bit is coming, or it has to be a mandatory thing. So that's where if it is a mandatory thing for everything, so probably we can go to the system D setup. And before doing this, what I can do is hyphen name setup syslog setup syslog, and setup syslog should be done through template, no template, template of file, anything is okay. So template, and you have only files there. Let me put like file copy, and src is shop.conf file, and the destination is also going to be /etc somewhere. Okay, so here files, and file, you paste this, and where you have to keep it, ls-l of /etc rsyslog.d, and then roboshop.conf. Here is the place you need to set it up, and ultimately, so the name is actually going to be restart syslog system D. The name is system D, and the name is what? syslog. State is restarted. Okay. So this one also, I just need to run it for now once. it's done. So now tail hyphen that var log catalog.log, it's coming up here. So since it is coming up here, so it might be started harvesting. So since it started harvesting the log, so that means it's collected the log, you will see the catalog here. So 3 document count is there. So here also you have 3 log lines only. And there is a deprecated warning. And if you want to, there's a deprecation warning on that log line also, it has been pulled. If you go to the, if you look into the log lines here, discover, if you go to catalog, so you will see that deprecation notice log also. So this deprecation log notice, but actually this is a parse failure log. It actually pull the log, that's okay, but still it actually kind of a failure. Okay, so graph something it will tell graph parsing fail. Oh no, it's not graph. It's directly JSON, right? So it actually failed the message to parse it. But whereas if you go to the other logs, actually, if you go to the other logs, actually you are getting this particular log, and this particular log actually is still coming as a log line only. Why? Because there is no structure telling that it is actually a JSON log. Okay. So here, if you remember, if you say where is this file bit.yml. Where is this these 2 lines? If you go here, go to the file bit. So yesterday we were adding these 2 lines, right? So we are telling that these are JSON lines. These 2 lines are not there. Okay, so that's the reason it's still not considering as JSON. Yeah, anyhow, so it's still not done. So if I keep it out there here, and every component is not a JSON, again it's a problem. Okay, so we need to fix this. So it's not else actually. So probably I will say that so component equal to catalog and r component equal to card. Okay, or this one, this is equal to user, you need to do it. Okay, so this is the one you have to do it. So this is how you have to do it. So now here it has to be r and the component equal to shipping, and r component equal to no, it's not really this way. Let's see. So tomorrow we are going to have one more else actually. How to do it? So tomorrow we'll just take a look. So this might be a wrong expression as well. So tomorrow we'll continue seeing it. So we'll fix those particular things and we'll see the logs in the proper format. And yeah, so then we'll start, so putting some dashboards, understand how it is working. Then we'll move on to so the whole application, and again we'll put the load and we'll see from the logs how the responses are actually happening. Okay, from the log actually what log is actually telling. So that particular part we're going to see it in tomorrow's session. Yeah. So that's all from my side for today. Any questions? Okay, all right. No questions. We'll meet in tomorrow's session and we'll see the remaining things tomorrow. Okay, thank you. See you tomorrow. Bye. Good day.